Hey, hi, hello guys. Welcome back to Code with Nani channel. So today we're gonna discuss about the leak code problem of the day 1910. Remove all occurrence of a substring. So we are given two strings, s and part. Perform the following operation as until all occurrences of the substring part are removed. So find the leftmost occurrence of the substring part and remove it from s. Return as after removing all occurrence of the part. A substring is a continuous sequence of characters in a single. Okay. So I'll just open my this Microsoft board so I'll explain you clearly. So basically what we need to do is we need to remove all the occurrences of the part which is a sequence of characters. Like if the part string is ABC, we need to remove all the occurrence of the ABC in the main string S. So and we need to return the string with the remaining elements of the strings left in the string S. So in this case S is equal to DAA BC BAA BC BC. So we can remove this substring which is the same as the part, which is part is equal to ABC. Yeah, and then substring becomes DA AA BC BC. We can remove this string as well, DAA BC. We can remove this string as well, which is we left off with the DA. DA. I think this ABC and this ABC and this ABC. Yeah. So we are left out with some B. Yeah, DAB. So we have a B here. Yeah, DBAB. And if you take another case, A 1, 2, 3, 4 and Y. If you remove the occurrence of X and Y, we have left with X double Y. We can remove this occurrence as well. We're left out with XY. We can remove the X because part is just XY. It can be any number of substring with the repeated characters of X and Y. So if we remove this occurrence of XY as well, and we are left only with A. Another test case 3. So if you see here, it also be the same. So we'll remove all the X and Y's, and we only left with A and B. Yeah, that will be the case. Suppose we have a B here, B here, B here, we'll be left out with AB. Okay. So how do we approach the solution? So as you can see, the string length is 10 cube, which means you can able to write the solution in of n square as well, which means 10 power 6 still valid, still which is less than or equal to 10 power 8. So it doesn't give you the TLE. So my brute force approach for this solution is brute force. We can directly use a find function. So find of this part until it is not equal to -1. We can directly just remove this as the find of part, which means this will return the starting index of that particular part string, comma part dot side, which is the length of the string. We need to return we need to erase this from the main string until the part has been a part of the main substring, and just return as. So for this, the time complexity would be order of n square, because for each iteration we are just finding the character of we need to find the character. Find function will take of n times. So for each iteration we are going through the n time. So n into n square, which is still less than 10 power 8. So it still be valid, but we are not concentrate on the brute force approach. So we need to concentrate on the optimal approach. So how do we approach the solution? So in order to solve this solution, we can use a sliding window technique. Sliding window technique. So how do we approach? Suppose we have a string A, B, C, A, B, C, D, E, F, something like this. So we'll assign two pointers, which is L 0 and R is 0, which means left pointer and right pointer. So for the slimy window, the right pointer will keep on iterating and the left pointer will maintain the window. Suppose this is a window, this will be the R pointer, this is will be the left pointer. If the window length has been increased, but still we'll maintain a left pointer to maintain the particular size of the window. So that's how we do. So this is L and 0, L, R and L. How do we calculate the length of the specific window? So we have a equation L minus R minus 1, because for zeroth index we need to add plus 1 to it, because if you take the case, if you take from 0 to 3, because L is when L is 0 and R is 3, so what is the total number of characters that are present in between L and R? So 0, 1, 2, 3, so total 4 characters, right? 4 characters. So for that case we'll just subtract R minus L, which means 3 minus 0 plus 1 plus 1, so that gives you the total number of character presence in a particular window. Suppose we are doing a sliding window and we need to find a pattern, right? We need to find a pattern part, that let's say that size would be a k size. Suppose if we don't have a k size window, then how do we compare with this particular window to that particular size? So now current window have only d element, so no point, that makes no sense, right? Like we can able to delete this k size window from this, because even to compare minimum length would be require is k. If we have a minimum window of k or more than k, then only we can able to find this part in that specific window, right? Suppose if R minus L plus 1 is less than k, we simply go to the, just increment the R pointer, now we will check. Now the length of the size of the window is 2, still it is less than, let's say k equal to 3, still is less than 3. So then again we'll increment this. Now L minus R plus 1 is equal to k, which means that we'll go to the else approach, which means k equal to 3. Okay, which means we'll go to the elsewhere. Now we will check whether it is matchable to our pattern as well, right? Now check. How do we check? We'll just make a substring of it. If s dot substring of this specific window, which means starting with L and size is k, is equal to part. We will check. Else, if not a part, if this window is not a part of this, is not equal to the part, which means like there is no occurrence of this ABC. So thus we need to increment L as well. Why we are incrementing? If you take another case, now the length has been increased by 1, so for that case, like we need to increment L as well. So now L becomes, L will be incremented to the 1th index. So for that case L plus plus, and as we are traversing through the entire string, we need to increment R plus plus as well. Suppose if the length is equal to k, and which part of the string is not present, is not in the occurrence of the s, in that case only we'll just increment the L or R. Suppose if you take this case, suppose D A B C A B C, so we checked in this window we don't have any occurrence of A, B and C. So in that case we incremented L to here and now the R to here. Now the window size is this one, A, B, C. So here here we have a ABC window. So in that case what we need to do, we need to erase it, right? So we need to just erase off the same way L comma K, and what will be the L and R? What will be the L and R? So L becomes 0, R becomes 0. Why? Why L becomes 0 and R becomes 0? Because if you know this example, if you know this example test case, suppose L is here, R is here, and this part of the string is equal, then again we are making L is equal to 0, R equal to 0, because there might be a case like the starting length of the, suppose take this example, you'll clarify, you'll get clarity. Suppose we'll push L is equal to 0 and R equal to 0, so we'll check, and part string is equal to xy. Okay, so part string is equal to xy. In that case, when L is R, when L is 0, R is 0, we don't do any things, and we'll just increment the R. When L and L minus R minus L plus 1 is equal to length of the part string, then we'll check for whether it is matching or not. So it's not matching, right? Then we'll just simply increment L. Now the L becomes here and R becomes here. So as this is a part of the string, so I'll just remove it. Now 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 if you don't decrement your value, then L is in somewhere index and R in somewhere index. So we need to consider a case that even the skipped index can maybe a part of your p string, and the rightmost string that is present outside can be also a part of index. So for that case, we need to reinitialize to L is equal to 0, R is equal to be 0, because even like the skipped index can be a part of another string. So here in this case, x, so using this x and this y, we can able to match this pattern as well. So that's in the case, if we find any substring that length and pattern is equal, then we'll just erase it and we'll reinitialize the L and R to 0. Let's just code it, guys. You'll get to know everything related to it, and yeah, then we are good to go. So int L will be 0 and R is equal to 0. As we are initializing it, what will be the length? Just take k as an example. Part dot dice size. So while R less than, we are iterating through the right pointer. Until when we will be iterating? Until it is less than or equal to total length of the string, right? Okay. Suppose now we have a two cases, whether R minus L plus 1, which means that window size is greater than or equal to k, or if it is less than or equal to k. Suppose if R minus L plus 1 is greater than or equal to k, that will be a one case. If it is less than k, which means we don't have any window size that is minimum length of that particular part string, then we'll just simply increment the right pointer, right? Just simply increment right pointer. Suppose if window size is greater than or equal to k, in that case we'll check whether that particular window matches with the part string or not. Suppose if s dot substring, if it is substring with starting index as L, because we're maintaining the window with the starting index as L, and what is the length of the substring, that is k, is equal to part. If it equal to part, then what we do, just simply erase that string, welcome, okay, and just no reinitialize to L equal to 0, R equal to 0, because there might be a case like the skipped index also be a part of this particular string matching. If even if the window size is equal to k or greater than or equal to a, but we don't find any occurrence of this part, simply what we can do is just increment the left pointer, because starting from this pointer we don't find any occurrence of part. But if we increment this pointer, then might be a case that we can find this specific pattern. We can just, as we are iterating through outside, we need to increment our pointer as well. So just that's just three 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 conditional check statements. If length is greater than or equal to k, then we just check with the substring that is equal to part or not, or else we'll just increment the R. Just run the code, and in the end, what we need to return? In the end, we need to return the characters string s. I'll just run the code. Yeah, that's it. I'll just submit the code. Voila, it's submitted. And that's it for today, guys. Today video, guys. So if you like the video, do subscribe to my channel and hit that bell icon so you don't miss out any notifications. And that's it for today video, guys. See you tomorrow. Tata, bye bye. Take care.